Well, hello there. I am so proud to be able to present you this new evidence that Monica and I have discovered and recovered and captured. So, everybody's always asking us, where are the aliens? Where are the aliens? Well, they're here, believe me, people, they're here. And some of them are doing good work for us, some of them are doing bad work. Now, these aliens that I'm showing you now are the Pleiadians, and they are good aliens, and they actually are protecting us from ourselves. In this particular mission, they are exterminating aliens that are destructive. They're called the reptilians, and these reptilians are trying to get the DNA from the humans because their DNA is so altered that they are like insects. They're so ugly that they have to become invisible, because if people seen how ugly they were, they would kill them. So that makes them hard to kill if you can't see them. So there's definitely techniques to knowing where they're at and what they're doing. But I can tell you, they're cleaning up this area here around the foundry because of the toxic metals in the ground is what these aliens are feeding off of. So they're exterminating the whole area for us, so that these alien creatures don't breed and multiply in our area. Now, these aliens that are bad will attach to your animals. They will attach to their anus and their urethra, and they will feed off of your animal. You'll notice your animal doesn't use the cat box anymore. There's nothing in the cat box. But these animals are parasites, and they latch onto your animal, and they will kill your animal. They have killed one of my cats, and they weakened two others. But what they'll do is they'll attach themselves as a baby to their anus, and they will eat all of their poop. And when they get big enough, the cat will take them outside and lay them in the yard. And my yard is full of these babies. And so the Pleiadians are trying to exterminate all of these for us so they don't grow and so they don't take us over. And they will eat people too. They told me that a lot of the people that are missing in Indiana have been taken by these reptilians and eaten. Okay, while you watch these Pleiadians on a surfboard with fire under it rise above the area that they are exterminating these reptilians, I will explain to you what's coming up next. So I want you to watch the Pleiadians on this surfboard with fire rising up into the sky, but I want you to know that they are exterminating these reptilians in that manner. Okay, now what's going to come up is there's going to be a skinwalker in the middle of the parking lot, and he's the one instructing all these things on the bad side. Now, what's going to happen is this reptilian, posing as a human, he's probably a hybrid. He's probably half human and half reptilian. But he's going to enter the parking lot with a bicycle, and he's going to have a black shadow on his back. He's going to have a black shadow in his hand. Now, when he places this black shadow down, you'll see it go underneath the car, and then he'll circle around, and he'll come back and pick up an old one, black shadow, and then take the black shadow off his back and put it down and let it run under the car. Now, what these black shadows are, these are the babies of the reptilians. And so they're releasing them into the area, but no one would ever know that this guy on the bicycle is doing this. There's nobody that would know, okay? I'm trying to tell you this is happening, people. Wake up. Okay, anyway, you're going to watch him come into the screen. First, you'll see the skinwalker, which skinwalker is an Indian curse put on someone, and it makes them half animal and half human. Now, this place where I live, where the foundry used to be, is built on an Indian burial ground. So there's a lot of Indian curses here. There's a lot of skinwalkers. I would say we have more activity than the Skinwalker Ranch, but that's not for me to say. But we have a lot of UFO action. We have ghosts. We have demons. We have, you name it. Some people say this is hell. Okay, so watch the man on the bicycle come into the scene. I already described what he's doing. And then the next scene, I'm going to let you listen to the atmosphere during this ship coming down. The wind picks up. You're going to hear the real sound of an alien. If you look to the right of your screen, you'll see an alien staring at me. And you're going to finally get to hear the real sound of an alien. And I'm happy I could record it for you. But anyway, watch this guy put down the black shadows and pick them up. He's very fast and slick. Okay, so I let it go in real time, and now I'm going to slow it down for you. There's your Skinwalker. Okay, he's going to enter on the bicycle. I slowed it down for you. You can see he's even glowing more that I slowed it down because you can see more of what he's doing. Okay, so here he comes. You can see the Pleiadian in the background. He's glowing red. Okay, so here he is on the bike. Now watch. He's going to sit down in a black shadow. And it's going to run under the car. See it? That's not a cat. Believe me, people. And now the Skinwalker leaves the area. And then he's going to come over. One's going to come back out. He's going to pick it up and sit down another one from his back. Now these things, if I slow it down even more, are about the size of a horse, these black shadows. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to let you listen to the atmosphere. When the ship was right overhead, the wind picks up, and you're going to hear the real sound of a real alien. Okay, you heard the alien. It goes beep, 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 beep. And now look at the black shadow that's coming forward towards me underneath the ship. Where you see that big light coming down, that's the middle of the ship. So, and there's a tall man standing there next to that light with a long arm, and he's the guardian of the entrance to the ship. Check him out. But this man is so tall that his head almost touches the ship. He's a really tall giant. Okay, do you see the alien to my right? He's been standing there staring at me for a long time and I didn't know it, but I could hear him. So, he's pretty creepy looking. He has a big long arm like a crab, and then he has two black eyes and a weird long face. Wow. And you'll notice this big black cloud under the ship coming in. It's getting solid. It's moving towards me. We have two lights in the sky moving towards me in front. So everything is moving towards me. You're going to hear the wind picking up. It's the turbulence underneath this big ship. And I'm going to zoom in on this alien to my right here in a minute. And you're going to hear him, his voice is beep, 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 beep. And then you'll hear him bark like a dog. I had no idea they did this, but now you know and I know, right? Yeah, it's an amazing sound, but sometimes I hear this sound outside my window. It freaks me out. As you can see, I'm zooming in on his face. There's his arm. Looks like a crab, and you can see his face, his black eyes, and his nose, long nose. He looks like a moose or something. I'm not sure. Okay, I've got all this going on in front of me, and so I turn around and I see a little gray alien back behind me. I'm thinking, wow, I'm being surrounded. So I have Pleiadians in front of me, reptilians in front of me. I have a gray, small gray behind me, and they're all closing in on me. And I'm thinking, wow, I got to get this footage though for the YouTube, for my watchers. And so I stayed in my seat. As you can see, this little gray's back there. Now, the grays are dangerous, just as dangerous as the reptilians. I think the reptilians are worse, though. And the reptilians are vicious. Anyway, the reptilians and the grays need to be exterminated. That is the fact. Okay? So anyway, I'm watching all this go on around me. And I'm thinking, the people are closing in on me. I wasn't sure what was going on. But anyway, so I'm sitting in my chair and I start feeling a little bit tired. I knew that the Pleiadians were going to be there. They told me I was going to get to be able to do a question session where I could ask any questions I wanted to, but I didn't know how they were going to set it up. So anyway, there's a ship in the sky right there behind me too. So there's 3 ships in front of me and 1 ship behind me. Okay? And then all of a sudden I fall asleep in my chair and this happens. It's like they put me on an anesthesia. And so I didn't remember a lot of this part, but it looks to me like they were dragging me, but I didn't have any scrapes on me, so obviously I was floating as they pulled me along. But the cats were freaking out because they were worried about what's going on. I guess the cat has his tail between his legs. So anyway, I'm not sure at this point what's going on. But I knew I had 3 or 4 different types of aliens around me. And I knew I went to sleep. So I'm starting to wake up a little bit at this point. I'm wondering what's going on, but I was paralyzed. I couldn't really stop myself or stop them. I just had to go along with the ride. Look at the cat's freaking out. Look. Okay. That's Sophia. She was freaking out. Okay, so here we go. Being dragged. Dragged. I didn't know by who, but I know I was being dragged along. Now that coughing sound you hear is from one of the apartments above me. They're always coughing up there. Sounds like a recording to me. But this place we live in is haunted, so it could be anything. But it sounds like it's on a loop though. This coughing. Okay, so anyway, I start to see a face. Well, maybe not. Okay, so I see these characters first, and they look like cartoon characters, kind of. They're really strange looking. There they are. Really strange look. I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, freaking me out. What is that? It's very strange. So anyway, then I go through all these different colors. And now this is what my infrared camera is picking up. Okay, it's a color night vision infrared camera. So these are the things that I had on my phone when I came to in my chair and was awake. I didn't even look at what I had on my camera until the next day. So anyway, it was all new to me. So anyway, here we go. Spinning. Crazy stuff. And then we start to see this big round ball, which usually is a ship, you know. Big round ball. Anyway, these were the Pleiadians taking me to their ship because they wanted to give me an examination because they have harvested my DNA when I was a boy, about 15. They had harvested my queen, her eggs, when she was about 15. And then they have made some starseed children, about 4 of them, with our DNA. So anytime our DNA is threatened by these reptilians, well, they come and take care of them because our DNA is important to them, because our star seeds are going to be leading the war against the reptilians and the Greys. So anyway, here I go. Start going up, up in the sky. I can feel myself floating up, and then you start to see the bottom of this ship is huge, unbelievable. So anyway, I think you start to see a face here. Yeah, I start to see the first face in my camera, right there, the first one looking in my camera. It's kind of strange. You can see its eyes. Maybe a couple of different people looking in the camera. And then there's the bottom of the ship, right? Okay, now the bottom of the ship, we're going up. Now the ship has this window on the side. You can see it, the window. And you can see the round part of the ship. It's huge. And we're going up into like the entrance of the ship. Up, going right on up. I feel myself floating. And Monica, my partner and wife and research partner, and she's my everything. She analyzes all my videos and photographs, and she says this is the bottom of the ship going in. And then I see once I get in the ship, I see my first person, this guy. And he's glowing red, okay? I'm sure, well, he's a Pleiadian, like the other ones you've seen glowing across the street, but he's a strange little green and red. Okay, so you can see their long fingers with the lights on the end. And then this alien here hovers over me, over my camera. And I believe they start to examine my left hip joint because I have a lot of titanium in my spine and my hip. So they have, if you look closely here in a few minutes, you'll see a hip joint and a femur on the wall. I think it's just an x-ray or a picture of my leg. And they were concerned with my hip joint and leg because they thought that the reptilians had been trying to eat the titanium out of my ball joint, and they were afraid that they'd injured my leg. They really do take good care of me. So anyway, this is not an abduction. This is what they call an adduction, where they're adding. So they told me they're taking bad files out of me that the reptilians have put in, and they're replacing them with good files. These are in human terms, but they do not communicate with words. They communicate with telepathy. And you'll notice they have a crystal right in the middle of their forehead. And you'll notice they don't have any eyes. I mean, their eyes are there, but they're closed. They don't use their eyes. They can see without their eyeballs. They can communicate without their mouth. So they're really strange. Well, I wouldn't say strange, but they're a lot different than humans. Now, these guys look like Teletubbies, and I would say that this is where they got the Teletubbies cartoon from. Somebody has seen these. Okay, now look, there's the crystal in the forehead that they communicate with. Okay, and that allows them to breathe in our atmosphere too. So, but anyway, this guy here, or girl, I don't know which one. He has a little infrared camera on the right side or left side facing. You can see it. Of course, I'm using infrared too. Without the infrared, I probably wouldn't be able to pick up all these amazing pictures. I don't know anybody that has a direct video of the aliens' faces, but it's not because of me. It's because they allowed this to happen. They don't allow anything that they don't want. Okay, so obviously they wanted this to be viewed by. There's the bone on the wall of my hip joint. Obviously, they wanted you to see this for some reason, and so I'm here to present it to you. I feel honored that they let me present it to you, because it'll answer some of your questions you have about who these people are. They're really good people. They really are. But they're out to save everybody here on the planet. They don't want us to destroy ourselves, and they don't want other races of aliens to destroy us, especially the reptilians. Because the reptilians, they produce very fast, reproduce very fast, and before you know it, they will overwhelm any place, everything. So anyway, they kept looking at me. I'm not sure what all they were doing. They gave me a question. They gave me a period of time where I could ask any question I want. And one of the things I ask is, why do these reptilians? Why are they here, especially in my house? And they said, well, they're in everybody's house, but you're the only one that can see them, Dale. So everybody listen up. They're in your house. These reptilians are in your house, and they're attaching themselves to your pets and you. Be wary. But I said, why do the reptilians want to be here? And they said, because this foundry that used to be here has a lot of precious toxic metals in the ground, and they feed off of that. Now, Skinwalker Ranch has a lot of metal deposits in the ground, but they haven't figured that out yet. And also, this hurricane we had recently, it has a lot to do with these aliens. So listen up to what they're saying about that. But I'm just giving you an inside scoop. But okay, so where the hurricane was, there's a lot of metal, titanium in the ground. Okay, that's what they're after. So you can look it up, but I haven't looked it up. I've been told this by the Palladians. My spine is titanium from my skull to my tailbone, so they actually want to eat me too, to get the titanium out of my back. But these Palladians won't allow them to eat me, and they're here to actually save me. So, but you guys, be careful. You're going to have to learn how to kill these things in your house eventually. Okay, not the Palladians I'm showing you now, but the reptilians. And I have a lot of photographs of the reptilians. I have photographs of my cats going outside and birthing these reptilian babies out in the yard. I'll be glad to show anybody if they want to know. It's no secret. It's not any secret what's going on. But anyway, I just wanted everyone to know that this is going on, and you need to keep your eyes open to what's going on, because you don't want them to attach themselves to you and you not know how to get away from them. Because once they're in your house, they're going to multiply. Because the reptilians, they have a micro reptilian, which is an adult. Okay, they also have they also have babies, and then they have the adult big ones. So there's 3 types of them, and once they get started in your house, man, you're going to get overrun quickly. unless you have the Pleiadians on your side, unless they have your DNA and they've reproduced you, they're not going to protect you. So anyway, if you find out you have the reptilian, you'll find them in your bed first, because you'll feel something walk around on your bed, and you'll think it's one of your cats, and there'll be nothing there. And they'll get in one of your pillows, and I can show you pictures of them in my pillow when they started out as a embryo, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and before you know it, they're walking on your bed, and they're huge. Okay, so anyway, just a heads up, you guys. This is happening now, all over, in everybody's house. Okay, I just was lucky enough to be able to see it and learn how to kill them, and save my woman and save me. And so I couldn't save my cat though. I couldn't save my cat. I did everything I could. He was an older cat, and he just couldn't take the stress of their embryos being inside his body, or them attaching to his urethra and his anus. He just couldn't. He couldn't stand it. So anyway, it's really gross what they do to people and animals. So just be careful. Don't let them attach to you or your family. And once they do, it's too late. You got to nip them in the bud when you can. And let me tell you something about my beautiful Monica Lisa White II. She is reincarnated. She was Cleopatra in Egypt, and now she is reincarnated, and she's my queen. But we do have several starseed children, and we're proud of them, and they have visited us with the Pleiadians, and we're honored to represent the Pleiadians in this crazy cosmos war between the Greys, the Reptilians, and the Pleiadians. Okay, so here we go. They're letting me out. They're going to take me back down to my chair where I'm asleep behind my camera. Here we are going down from the ship. Down, down, down. Down. I don't know how I was flying. I guess they know how to make me fly. But anyway, the questions I asked, they answered them immediately, just like an AI. There was no hesitation. Every answer that I got was precise and fulfilled every thought that I had or question. So I don't have any questions about this. And if I do, I am in direct contact with them at all times. So I know it sounds crazy, but if you want to talk about it, let me know. I'll be glad to talk to you about it. There's so many people that ask so many questions about these aliens, but they don't really want to know. A lot of people are in denial, and they think that if they are in denial that they won't bother them. But reassure me, if you're in denial and you don't know what's going on, it's worse than knowing what's going on, because you're going to put yourself in jeopardy. All right, for Team Danamo Research, this is Dale White and Monica White signing off. Thank you.